process, you've evolved so fast, you're so young. What is it that got to you that said, you know, my life has to be more than, you know, what I'm doing? I'm successful, I'm making money.
Well, I think the turning point has had to be working with these kids. Because really, I've been very honest. This happened to me about 3 years ago, where I was doing Musafir, and suddenly it was all about being the glam doll and the, you know, and the siren, and I got a lot of attention. And I'm not Mother Teresa that I could have just stood there and taken it. It actually just began to sweep me off my feet, and I think somewhere I needed to come back down on earth, and these kids helped me do that. So I would say it's been a very slow process. I think I'm still learning, but at the same time I'm really grateful for everything, and I enjoy every moment of my life, whether it's the gossip that's written about me, or it's or the films that I do.
But you just said gossip, so don't you feel hurt sometimes when things are complete utter rubbish?
In the beginning it really got to me, but then I realized there are two people here. There's Sameera Reddy, the actress, who's a brand that everybody judges and thinks they can pass opinions on, whether good or bad. And then there's me, the person, Sam, that my friends and my family love. So when you're passing a comment or a judgment, or you're telling me that the brand is doing that, I say, okay, fine. I mean, now there's nothing I can do about it. It's already written. How much can you control the media, and how much can you control the tongues? I still do laugh when I hear a lot of people say, oh, you know, this happened with that one, and we're really sure of it. I said, were you there, in that room, watching them? No, but my friend told me, and I always laugh about it, because that's what gossip thrives on, Chinese whispers, and I believe in that. But there's never smoke without a fire.
So true. When you told your parents, I want to be in the film industry,
my father didn't talk to me for 6 months.
Oh, really?
No. He was very upset. I had a scholarship to go to Canada because I had scored very high in my graduation. I just had great grades, and I got like a scholarship, and it was between the scholarship and it was between a movie with Sohail Khan. And I said, hey, you live once. I said, forget it, I got to do the movie. Father was so upset.
Really?
I think today he's happy, he's come to terms with it.
And what about your mom?
My mom's always supportive. You know, my mom is a really, she's worldly wise, and she believes, especially with women, they need to find themselves, especially before marriage. She firmly believes that one should travel, one should see the world, and always keep your head firmly on your shoulders and know who you are. And that's what she wanted all three of us to do. So whether it was films or whether it was studies or scholarships, she was backing me all the way.
Tell us about college. What did you do in college?
I went to Sydenham College, and I took up commerce because I was training under my father to take over my dad's company, which was the boring pharmaceuticals. And I actually worked with him 2 years. And now it's very difficult for me to even think of going back. But so it was very different. I was not from the glamour world at all. No exposure to the glamour world.
So you had actually maybe thought that you would join his industry?
Yeah, I was going to join pharmaceuticals and work behind, you know, a desk and go to the factory, and I wanted to expand our company into exports, which now my dad already has. He's just upset I'm not part of it.
What about, you look so great.
Thank you.
What are you doing for workout? What is your secret?
Well, I used to do a lot of gym, and I used to really kill myself, but today I shifted to power yoga. And I really believe it's about having a supple body, not an overtly strong body, because I think that can put off guys. So I think it's really about keeping a balance in your lifestyle. I think most women want to just lose weight overnight, and they do all these crash diets, which are just absolute rubbish. I swim, I run, I do yoga, and I eat healthy. But I do also have my occasional chocolate cake.
What about you come back, you know, from awards, or you come back like today? You come back from, you know, a couple of meetings. What sort of mindset do you have to leave behind when you enter your home? Because it seems like such a normal home.
To be honest, it's not about the house. I compartmentalize everything. When I finish with this interview, I finish with it. Or if I finish with work, I finish with it. Once I get in the car, I put my iPod on. I go, I'm reading. And I love to read. I just go into my world, and nothing bothers me. Because you have to leave things. You have to let go of things.
You moved so fast, career-wise, and you've been acting with many serious or senior actors. Is that any sort of pressure sometimes?
No, I think I in fact had it easy because I worked with Sanjay Dutt, Anil Kapoor, I worked with Ajay Devgan, and these guys have really helped me. So what's easy now is today when I'm acting with the younger heroes like Vivek or like Shayad, I actually find it easier because I feel like I learned from the veterans and now it's easier for me to handle it. So it was not pressure. In fact, I always took it with open arms and said, hey, whatever you can teach me is good for me.
Doing parallel cinema, since you have been, working with some directors from that industry, even though it's under the same umbrella, do you think that gives you more, makes you more equipped because you're not hiding behind costume and makeup?
Well, I think that after working with Buddhadev Das Gupta in this film, Kalpurush, I think that's exactly where also was another turning point career-wise, because it really broke me as an actor. As in, I really needed to really pull whatever was within and bring it out. I didn't just take it for granted that it was all song and dance. And it did change me because today, whether I'm working with Meera Nair or in the South or in Bollywood, I use that thought process in whatever I do. And it's about really having to, use every part of your instinct, your body language, and your mind and your soul to really project it out. And I do that even if it's going to be like a bimbet role I'm doing in Race, my film with Abbas Mastan, or like a comedy I'm doing 1, 2, 3, this is my new film. I'm trying to give you the examples of how even in films that really don't need serious acting, you just still have to throw 100% out. And that comes with parallel cinema.
Scripts, when they come your way, how difficult is it to say, I think I fit this or maybe I don't?
Well, sometimes I don't think that I fit it or I don't, because as I said, me the person, frankly, I don't even like wearing little clothes personally. But as the brand or as a person that is the actor, I can't say that she can do this or that. She has to do everything. So for example, even have to play the bimbet, which I am in one of my films, it's maybe something I don't agree with personally, but the character is something I need to portray. So it's really not about what I fit or don't. It's really about what works for the character or doesn't.
The future of Indian cinema is so bright. What do you foresee?
Well, I think there are major changes right now. It's films like Chini come and say Metro. Even Chak De, I really enjoyed it. I think cinema is becoming simple. It's becoming less about that dreamy, suddenly cutting to Switzerland to songs. I think suddenly it's becoming more about what people can relate to. And I like that because that, I think, in my opinion, is what our yesteryear's films are all about. If you look at films like Earth, or you even look at, I think our films between the 70s and the 80s was when films kind of were very Bollywood, but also made a lot of sense. And then I think somewhere we lost the plot, and I think now we're coming back.
Centering yourself again, I'm around that because you're so young, and you have your priorities so right. What do you have to say to our viewers who sort of sometimes lose the balance?
Well, I've lost my balance a lot. In fact, I think I lose it every morning. But the beauty is to sit. I take 10 minutes before when I wake up. I take 10 minutes to myself, and I think it's really important to find peace within yourself. I think what happens with most people is that they look for peace within others, within their spouses, their girlfriends, their boyfriends, with maybe talking on the mobile phone, the computer, the internet, Facebook, They're finding it in everything else, but they're not looking within. And we all tend to do it. Even I tend to just want to distract myself, but you're going to need to corner your mind and find that balance and say, hey, whatever I'm doing and whatever it is, whatever stresses I'm going through, this is me and I can handle it and I'm at peace with myself. And when you're at peace with yourself, then you find peace everywhere else. And that's the only thing I can say, because I do it.
And it's working.
I'm making it work.
Ambition, where do you want to go from here?
As I said, ambition has changed a lot with, I think, my phases of my life. You know, when I came to the industry, I was absolutely hysterical. I was like, okay, I need to do this, and I need to, you know, compete with that one. And it was all about, you know, faster, brighter, slimmer, you know, which movie am I doing? And the priorities were all wrong. And my sister Meghna always said, don't chase the dream, you know, just go with your own pace and the dream will come to you. Which is true. The day I actually calmed down and I said, you know what, I need to just be true to myself, true to my heart, and do things I want to do. That's when things started happening. So it's the same thing with the word ambition, which is a very dangerous word. You know, it could destroy you, but the beauty is to make ambition your partner and your friend and walk with it, and it'll just, it's like you sync with each other.
We've had such a fantastic time with you at your home. I wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.
Good
Thanks.
luck.